Hi everyone, this is the Power Circle. Saturday, it's beautiful out. Reggie, unfortunately, is in Toronto on some football business, so I will be holding down the fort. We have two interviews. We have Nathaniel Clarke and we have Ocean Beats Records that will be stepping into the circle soon. And I'm with Karim, our producer, who will be talking with me. And behind the camera, chiming in possibly, will be Tino. So first topic is Justin Bieber apparently, or has canceled the rest of his tour, the Purpose tour that if I remember correctly, actually, I think I went to one of the concerts.
You went to the Purpose?
Yeah.
Very good.
At the beginning of the leg. But he canceled it. He found God. He's friends with this pastor called Carl Lenz from a mega church.
Mega church?
Yeah, it's a mega church.
What is a mega church?
So mega church is basically, I don't know if you've seen on TV, but it's a big church, like a bunch of people go.
Okay.
And like they make a lot of money off of you.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah, they make a lot of money off of you. And like apparently this church, it's called Hillsong Church. They have their own record label. Yeah. They have their own record label. They have people,
Is this
that
like,
record music.
Is like Scientology
money.
Or something different?
People have been comparing it to Scientology. I don't know that it's anywhere close to that, but it kind of sounded to Scientology to me too.
So you get a record label when you go to the church?
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. But yeah, so he decided to cancel. Two of his dates left on this leg were in Toronto, actually next month, so he won't be doing those concerts. I believe there's also a date for Asia and in London, so unfortunately those people won't be able to attend the concerts.
They're gonna get their money back, right?
They will, yeah. It takes time. It takes time.
Kanye is coming on tour soon. Keep your money.
Kanye's coming?
He's gonna be going on tour soon.
Again?
Yeah, wait.
Did you go to the last tour he did?
No. Pablo when he was
Pablo,
floating
Pablo,
and all that?
yeah.
Did he even come to Canada? Yeah,
he did in Montreal.
Yeah, he was in Montreal. That's true. I remember.
It was in Montreal.
I was in. I missed that one.
I went to that one. It was really good.
Yeah,
it was really,
I was scared
really
that they
good.
would follow people.
No, so the idea was actually pretty great for that concert. Yeah, it was a floating stage, so he started at the beginning, and then once the floating stage went to the other side, you knew it was over. And like there's a mosh pit under, so usually there's seats, but they took the seats out, so there's a huge mosh pit. People were climbing, like once the stage lowered, people tried to climb.
Oh man.
Climb on the stage.
I couldn't do that.
It's pretty close.
I'm
pretty
too
close.
claustrophobic to be around that.
No, it's a pretty good show. So he's canceling the tour, unfortunately. He's also putting music on pause. So that's that for Justin Bieber. I'm kind of over Bieber fever. I used to be super obsessed with him before when he first came out.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you overcame the fever.
Yeah, but I mean, I went to most of his concerts. I think there's one that I haven't gone to. But other than that, he's a pretty good performer, I have to say.
Never seen him, never cared to see him. Shout out to Justin Bieber though.
And then there's also wedding season. I mean, I have a lot of friends that got married last month. I have a few colleagues getting married this month.
Well.
And I guess the big question around wedding season is, what is the best season to get married in?
Well, in Canada, there's only one season. So it has to be the summer. You're not going to try anything trickier than that.
I agree. I'm a summer person. I cannot deal with winter. If I could hibernate from, I would say this November to maybe like end of May, I would do it. And be paid for it, I would do it.
You're not going to get paid to hibernate.
I can't.
It's not happening.
I can't. But honestly, I would get married in maybe 2 seasons, spring and summer. Fall, I could maybe if it's we get a warm fall, and maybe for like the colors of the leaves.
You know what?
In the pictures.
Let me break a news for you. We don't have a summer this year. We have an extended spring. A really, really hot spring.
I know.
So the best season to get married is definitely the spring.
I agree. But no, there's a lot of weddings this summer. I feel like everyone's getting married. But yeah, definitely my top 3 would be, if we had every season on point, it would be summer, spring, and fall. I would never get married in the winter.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I know some people who end up getting married in the winter, and then there's storms.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna plan like some terrible day or a terrible storm, some tough thing like that to get people to. So nobody
I think
shows up.
anyone who plans a wedding in the winter ends up having a storm on their wedding,
That's the good
the
idea.
wedding day.
So nobody shows up. That's a
No,
good
people
idea.
actually still go.
Oh yeah,
People
free
still
food.
go.
Free food will bring people anywhere.
People still go. The only thing I like about weddings in winter is for pictures. Like I love looking at the pictures when it's themed Winter Wonderland.
Have you ever been to a wedding in the winter?
No, but I've seen pictures.
Okay.
And like when I watch 4 Weddings on TLC.
For anybody that know me, so I know them, if you ever get married in the winter, please don't invite me so I don't have to show up, you know. I'll send you a gift.
Okay. Well, I know not to invite you to my wedding if it's in the winter.
Well, don't do it in the winter.
I want to.
That's the simplest thing to do.
Oh, jeez. And since we're talking about weddings, a relationship question. Is it hard for someone in a relationship, if they come from a broken family, is it hard for them to be in a relationship versus someone, the person who comes from a more fuller family?
It's an interesting question, I think. But it depends, I think, of where the relationship is actually, because if we're just dating, it doesn't really matter. But it becomes another conflict if you want to actually create a family or become one. When you have one that has the background, basically the blueprint, because you've seen certain things and you know have certain ideas. It's easier when both of you have the same background. Like obviously, if both of you have mom and dad growing up, whatever, in the perfect world, it's easier that way. But we live in a society where those things are not as permanent. There's different challenges. You know, there's people that single family home and different things like that. And it seems that it's going to become even more complicated with the different way that people live. But I feel like it's important that everybody has the same foundation as far as what they think is a family and all that, so it's easier to structure and to build something at that point.
Yeah.
But it's hard to control, it's hard to maneuver.
It is. I kind of agree. I think that definitely if someone comes into a relationship from a broken family, like I don't know, they had a single mom or a single dad, regardless of what the situation was, I think it would be harder for that person just because they probably, if the rupture happened when they were really young, they're going into with not much baggage or, a foundation into the relationship, versus if they end up with someone who has that baggage, I kind of think it creates that kind of a balance for that person, but I definitely think that it would be difficult for.
Yeah, but also there's another spin that you can take at it is like the individual that never been in a family probably so eager to have that they might be there might be a more focus and more interest in their side to be able to have to experience something that they never experienced, as opposed to maybe the one that's seen the family thing and is a little bit jaded by it. But I think it's good for everybody to have the same background, so it's easier to build upon. But we don't live in a perfect world.
Right.
So.
That's so true. I agree with that. It's true. I like that point that you're making with, okay, maybe the person coming in from a broken family, doesn't have that baggage, but there's that side that you're saying where, okay, they don't have that baggage, but they want that. They didn't have it, but they want it. They're willing to do whatever they can and want, they can do to make that relationship work. I like that, actually. I did not think about that at all. So I'm actually we have a guest called Nathaniel Clarke, who is I can say composer, plays piano, performed with Black Denim this summer at the Blues Fest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to bring him in just in a few minutes, but we're going to be talking to him, asking him a few questions, so stay tuned. What he was saying. So just here, you had a chance to review the questions?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay. Karim, did anyone message you yet?
Yeah, but not for.
Not myself. Good. Okay. Quand t'es prêt, Tino? Quand t'es prêt?
This is trouble.
Est-ce que ça filme? Ok, cool. So I have with me Nathaniel Clarke. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, good. So honestly guys, we have a pretty good lineup for interviews for the rest of the summer. And thankfully we were able to get Nathaniel on our show. So welcome. So obviously, like we kind of have an idea of who you are, but we're presenting you, to everyone else. So the first question would be, tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, basically, I'm a pianist or keyboardist, whichever you want. My main focus or my main music is classical music, but over the years I've been delving into jazz, funk. So basically anything that's really interesting to me. And I'm someone that's very passionate, so I know there's passionate people in classical music just as well in other music genres. So as for myself, I feel like I'm able to delve into other music. So
okay. So you're versatile.
Yes.
You're versatile. I like that. And how long have you been playing the piano?
Well, I started off at age 7, but taking formal lessons, I could say by the age of 12.
Okay.
Taking private lessons, just little stuff, playing little pieces with one hand, nothing too fancy. And then afterwards, I started developing throughout, I could say intermediate throughout high school, playing classical music, going through the grading system.
Mm-hmm.
So I went from grade 1 to grade 10, and basically I had to start from scratch. So it was an eye opener.
Okay.
And fun fact is, most of my piano teachers were female, which gave me an advantage because the way they explain, and they have way more patience.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it got my learning a bit faster. And for the stuff I've been struggling with, I progressed that much faster only because of the teaching and just the nurturing aspect of teaching the piano.
Okay. And so was there a point was it your decision to go into piano? Maybe not when you were younger, but was there a point where you realized this is my instrument type thing?
Funny thing is, I've always had cousins that had a piano over at their house.
Okay.
So it was never something that was forced into me, really. It was something I just dabbled into. I saw the piano at my disposal. There was other instruments like guitar, but I guess piano is something I just sat down and, messed around with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the number one reason why I chose piano would be only because at first it's an instrument that every kid gravitates to. So, I went along. I started with, playing a few songs, and then that's where I developed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And so you sent us your resume.
Mm-hmm.
Did not expect that. No, it's actually pretty good. You've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you have done several collaborations. Tell us about your collaboration or working with the artist from Ottawa, actually, Maurice Moore.
Maurice Moore is actually a good friend of mine. On a business level, we're more friends than, I guess you could say, business partners.
Okay.
I could spend time over at his house, just being at his home studio.
Okay.
Because he has his own studio that he built himself.
Oh, okay.
So, just spending time, I knew him from a mutual friend. So that's how our relationship started off. He's a cool guy. Although we don't do music as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
But from time to time, when we cross paths, we try to keep up with each other, and that's someone I always support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also, so you're part of Black Denim.
Yes.
Which is a local band in Ottawa. Shout out to them. So what is it to be part of Black Denim?
What is it? Pretty much, I've been into numerous bands, but probably the main thing that sticks out of Black Denim is maybe the experience and knowing the numbers of the members in the group. That's also something to work with. We have an MC, vocalist, brass section, and keyboard, which is myself, and also guitar.
Yeah.
My friend Sean Duhane. Shout out to Sean Duhane. So there's a lot of mixture, it's basically like a melting pot of different music genres blended all into one. So
Yeah.
it's something to aspire to
Yeah, definitely.
for music lovers in Ottawa.
Yeah, and they actually performed at the Blues Fest this summer,
Yes.
earlier this month.
Mhm.
So how was that your first time?
It's my first time performing at Blues Fest, actually.
And how was that?
It was good. It was like my performance was really energetic.
Okay.
Yeah, like the reception of the crowd, I kind of underestimated it,
Okay.
but knowing that we brought the energy and it was like reciprocal, that's what kind of stood out for me
Okay.
throughout that day. But it was really good because I've had the experience to perform at other events outside of Ottawa or just other venues other than Blues Fest. But Blues Fest is like the main thing that most people know about. They have the bigger acts. I know Migos perform,
Yeah.
50 Cent. So alongside with those acts, we have local talent, which includes us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fun experience from like start to finish. I enjoyed myself,
You did.
and I'm pretty sure the rest of the band enjoyed themselves
Of
as well.
course, it's not their first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Blues Fest is kind of home to them.
Their third time actually.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
they're pretty experienced.
So their third time, but my first time at Blues Fest.
Yeah, most likely probably not your
And
last.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And what do you like the most about being a musician?
If I could substitute the word like, maybe like I could say having small perks like going to a venue and then they give you free food or free drinks or something like that. But like I mentioned before, I'm someone that's very passionate. So in everything I do when it comes to music, it's 100%. I give my all. So that's something I love. So I could substitute the word like with love.
Yeah.
So I guess from the time I started, you have moments where you have kind of like roadblocks where you kind of doubt yourself to see if whether or not if that's your true passion or not.
Yeah.
But then again, you persevere, and knowing that my family is really supportive, that's a big plus. They've invested in me, attended different shows, different recitals. Like I said, playing hip hop, but there's also playing classical music, so different recitals and stuff. But overall, I think it's for anyone that knows, being a musician or being someone that admires music, it's also a lifestyle. You have to live through it.
Yeah.
Almost like second nature. And something I developed as well, just by having private lessons, it allowed me or convinced me to pass it on. And also, I do teaching on the side.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so from different ages, people my age as well, that's been interested in taking piano lessons, as well as, younger kids, it teaches you whether you like it or not, because there's some stuff you might have to remind yourself. You might have to remind yourself, and also it teaches you patience. Obviously, with kids,
Yeah.
there's another side that you have to consider. So that in itself is something I love and like.
It is definitely. So you're saying it's an everyday. You still learn.
Yes, it's an everyday process, you know,
Okay.
ever growing type of phase, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I get you on the kids part. I used to work in a daycare. I get you on the kids part.
Yeah.
So I have a few small little last questions for you. So as a musician, is there anyone that you look up to that inspired you to do this, or that inspires you to keep you going?
I could say my mom. My mom was like the primary supporter of me. She's the one that, you know, provided the musical equipment when I guess I was too young to have a job, or just because at the time, obviously for beginners, I mean it's up to the parent, but sometimes the parent would buy like a cheap keyboard just to start with.
Yeah.
So that's how it started really, until I got to a point where I was kind of fed up. I knew that I was at a level where, you know, I could, you know, maybe play on something that's more on par.
Yeah.
So I convinced my mom on getting a keyboard that was, you know, more into my skill level. So at first she kind of second guessed it, but then just with time and the effort and the amount of hours practicing, it just, I guess, I convinced her that I was, you know, skilled enough and, you know, willing to put the work in.
Yeah.
So that way, if she, you know, later on, if she bought that instrument, well, she finally did. But it's just a testament, you know, for people who support me. You know, it doesn't have to do necessarily with money.
Yeah.
Just encouraging words. You know, I'm always posting stuff live on live videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have the chance, you know, there's always, you know, little comments and people are supporting me. So that's something I really appreciate.
Yeah.
So,
those who feel good.
Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in a couple years from now? Like, let's say 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I see myself a little bit more. I won't say a little bit, but really involved in the Ottawa music scene.
Okay.
Only because I know at first it wasn't that noticeable compared to the major cities. You know, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, and etc. Vancouver or whichever. But I came to realize that there's more and more notoriety with local acts. That's something I realized at Blues Fest. Actually, there's more and more acts. So I'm always an advocate for local acts.
Okay.
But also I want to push the envelope when it comes to my material, because I'm a pianist, composer, so I like to write my own stuff, also do covers, renditions of artists, but that's something that I'm looking forward to in the near future. Okay,
all right. Well, that was Nathaniel Clarke, everyone. Do you have any shout outs you want to do to anyone?
Shout out to my mom. She's the main supporter, and shout out to everyone that's been watching and supporting Power Circle.
Thank you. So check him out. I think your Instagram is at Nate the Poet.
Yes, exactly.
Nate the Poet.
You can put my full name. It'll come up the same way, but I guess my tag name is Nate the Poet on Instagram. Whichever.
And any kids, any parents that have any kids, if your kids want to learn how to play piano, he can teach them. Exactly. Thank you so much for coming on our show, and we will be back in a few minutes.
Very good. Very good. You're shy, right?
Yeah. I'm shy.
Can you hear it?
You can hear that?
Yeah, that's okay. This is your first interview?
Stretch your arms.
Not my first interview,
but
when you say, I guess, you need to be like this. Yeah, I guess.
This type of setting?
Yeah.
Doing a good job, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear the passion in now what you do. And it's
that's
good.
dope, yeah.
It's pretty good. Perfect. So I'm gonna.
I didn't get a text.
You didn't get a text? Okay, well, I guess I'll just keep going with the others. Karim, can you take a picture?
I find that for interviews, I'm maybe nervous, but obviously on stage, you know.
Yeah, stage is different. Yeah, it's different. It's a different energy. Yeah. Before I remember when I used to listen to like hear bands say like, "Oh man, there's the energy in the crowd." Just be like, cool.
Yeah.
And this one summer I went to Bonnaroo. And I was listening to like a beach house, like a little indie band. It was a big music festival.
I know.
I know.
I said, nigga, what did you go do?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I saw R. Kelly too. But yeah, like
R. Kelly?
Yeah, he was there.
Wow, you saw the gang of girls too?
No, I didn't know at the time. No, I didn't know. But yeah, like, but you can actually feel the energy in the crowd. Everyone was just like, it was weird. I couldn't really explain. Even I was like music high. So yeah, it's true.
This is my last time too, and the energy of the crowd really.
Yeah, it's true. Like so when you say like the energy you feel from you feel it. That's true.
They were giving like full introductions to like all the band members.
Yeah.
So when it got to me, it was like really.
It's true, man. Like that thing is real. I thought it was just artist talk. Yeah.
No, it's true though.
Yeah, it's true. When I felt that, I was like,
sit among the people there screaming your name, makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll give you this. I guess I'll have to take it like this because it won't turn. It's really weird. And I'm not sure. Can you see us here? Is the light good here?
Yeah. Right.
Where I am?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So.
On the very back there. Oh, you want to step into the
Here?
right there. Push the board.
Like, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. I used to be a photographer in my past life. There you go.
Let's see.
I don't know if that must be okay. If not, just fire me.
Do you like it, or you want to take another one?
Yeah,
It's good? It's good.
That's all I do.
Okay. Perfect. So, do you know how to get out?
Yeah,
You know your way out?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can stay, but if you have places to talk to, it's fine.
That's
Thank you.
That's your resume?
Good. Yeah, that's his resume.
artist portfolio.
Yeah.
Congratulations. man.
congrats, bro. Keep at it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
keep going. Really good.
Until next time.
Yes.
Yes.
Until next time.
I see you recording an album with Alicia Keys. That's what I'm seeing. When that happens, let me know.
Bye. So I'll tell you when
I still didn't get no text.
That's fine. We'll just keep going. If they come, they come. If they don't, we'll just have to.
All this stuff is in the audio.
So we're done with Nathaniel.
So what the hell were you doing at Bumble?
Oh, well, it was funny. My friend, his brother was like, "Yo, man, let's go." Paul McCartney is one of the headliners.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Nigga, who do you know?
Like like it was set, like one of our cousins was.
Those are two names that tell me, nigga, don't go there. You don't do to listen to Paul McCartney.
No, fam. So it was bunch. It was Cedric, me, Danny, and like my friends, my best friend and his brother and his crew. So we like 2 crews. We went. Yeah, man, it was dope. It was 4 days, and you just like you go to the festival ground, then you go to your camping ground. Yeah, you wake up, drink, go see shows, come back, drink. Yeah, so it was really dope.
Beautiful life.
Oh my god, yeah.
So we're gonna go at it. If if you get a message, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well,
We're just gonna walk
we're
around
gonna figure it out when that happens.
when that happens. Okay, on y va. So we're gonna do power update. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It is what it
Bar
is.
episode 6? Oh, 5.
5. It's 5.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I already 6. I have 6 on my computer ready to be watched.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
So we black? Oh, we're back.
So we're back. So that was Nathaniel Clarke. Check him out on Instagram at Nate the Poet. Or he said you can write his full name, Nathaniel Clarke. Clarke has an E at the end. And if you're,
Can I say something about Nathaniel?
yeah, go.
He seemed really passionate about what he's doing, and that tells me that there's some great things coming for him. So shout out to him and good luck with everything that he's doing.
Yeah, definitely. He mentioned being part of Black Denim. So if you want to check them out, it's Black Denim, but Black doesn't have a C. It's BLAK, and then Denim. And they're a really good band. I've seen them live, so shout out to them. So now we're gonna talk about Power.
Spoiler alert.
I'm finally caught up. Episode 5.
You did?
Yes.
Congratulations.
I'm actually satisfied with what I'm seeing.
You satisfied? Very much?
I am. I like
How do you
it.
feel about Angela? I don't understand. I'm just gonna go right into it. I'm sorry if you didn't watch it. Whatever. How do you feel about that?
I was afraid because it for those of you who watched it, it kind of went like it kind of did not go as planned, but at the same time kind of worked out for Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy she did it. I'm kind of happy she did it.
Yeah, so we can like her again.
I don't fully like her. Like I used to love her, and I hated her.
In the show?
Yeah,
I like to see. I'm really interested in the progress because me personally, I have my moments where I look at Tasha in the show and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like when she slept with the man. What's the name of the boy again? It's 50's son, Kenan's son.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's somebody that died.
Yeah. When that happened, I was like, anything this guy does now, I accept it. So I was all the way with Angela. I was on the side of Angela the whole time because I couldn't accept what she did. And then when she arrested him at the last episode, season 3 final, I lost my mind. So what's wrong with this girl? But then again, she got her way back. She found her way back.
She found her way back. Yeah, I'm slowly that was just like it gave her brownie points. Let's say
like a very good side chick. She found her way
yeah. So that's that. So do we say it? Ghost after Angela. Do I say it? So he's being released.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, it's released.
Yeah,
the case was dropped because of whatever circumstances. We're not going to give that away, so we can actually find out what happened.
Yeah.
But to me personally, I was really disappointed in that episode.
Why?
Because it just showed me that they started putting water in the vodka. If they put Coke, it's different.
Oh,
Previously, they put Coke in it, it'll be okay. But they started putting water in the vodka. It's looking really bad. I didn't like the scene where they killed the CEO. I don't understand the point of that. I thought that was extra.
Yeah.
It was not. In fact, I didn't even watch the scene. I just skipped right through it. And I felt some type of way of seeing Ghost killing Charlie Murphy. But that's just personal. It's personal to me. But that's one thing I didn't like that. I feel like that's just extra. They didn't need that in there. I also feel like the relationship between Tony and Lala, whatever her name, that's gonna become an extra thing in the story that we don't need. I don't need that.
No, I feel like we already had. Him dropping he kind of dropped a bomb on Tasha about. So I don't know if you're there, Tino, but him killing Holly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of like a bomb drop. I wasn't sure if he was gonna say, but I agree for the relationship between Tommy and Lala. I kind of think it's just like a filler. Like it's just.
Yeah, they don't need that. And to build the story is just gonna go drag on it. And another thing that I watched that I really didn't like, but I seen it's coming. It's the guy, the lawyer.
Yeah.
He's gonna translate with Tasha, and that's gonna happen.
You saw that? I saw that.
It's happening.
I saw that.
100%.
Attorney Silver.
It's happening though. 100%.
I saw that.
So there's a lot of things that just started making it becoming a bit of a soap opera. I watched it till the end of the season. You know, I'm already engaged. 5 episodes in. There's like 3 left, right?
Yeah, most likely 3 or 4.
But besides that, I feel like they're going. Yeah, the following season is gonna turn into Empire soon. That's my opinion. So? Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. Finish this season. I'm done with it.
And then Tariq, they took Tariq.
I like to give a shout out to Kanan to show him how to clearly take a kid and make him go devious. He did everything you need to do.
He did. I'm not okay with it, but he did do everything he needed to do to deviate the kid.
But at that moment, parenting question. when you're in a position of someone like Ghost and Tasha, do you tell your kids how did you get there, or you let someone else inform them of it?
You mean, so like if I had a child?
Because Malik is acting up because his parents never told him none of this stuff that Kenan is telling them. Also that Kenan is giving him drugs and money, right? So it's giving him a little bit of control. Also, he set him up with a girl too, so that never hurts.
Yeah.
So in that situation as a parent, when you have a teenager, if you're in the position, you have a teenager, you know what's in your past, what you guys did in the past. Some way, your DNA is in the kid. Is that information something you're gonna hide from him, or something you're gonna go up front and tell him?
No, I think that I would tell my kid, especially at the age Tariq is in the show. I think it's the conversation you should have with your kids. You don't have to tell them. I mean, if your past was really messed up, you don't have to give them everything, but you could still explain to them, like, listen, this is who I used to be. This is where I was. Look at me now. Like, don't fall into the same path. That's not the goal in life. And your kids, like, you may talk to your kids all you want, and they may still get into that path.
Yeah.
I think that parents should continue reminding the kids and encouraging them, from deviating from the bad. Because I feel like if you just let your kid, or you could just let your kid, some people think that you just leave your kids do whatever you spoke to them. They still decided to go wrong. That's how they'll learn. They'll learn on their own.
I believe that to a certain extent.
But that's not what I would do. But I know some.
It kind of it didn't work for me like that. But it kind of I know what you mean. I understand that. But I think you have to be honest up front.
Yeah, I think you do. Because I feel like if your kids find out later from someone else, then that's just gonna cause. It's some drama you don't want to have with your kids, and then there's trust that falls into the equation, and your kids don't want to talk to you anymore because you lied to them. I don't know. I don't want to. So I would talk to my kid.
Honesty is the best policy.
It is 100%. So
keep some stuff secret for you.
Oh God. So I don't watch Power on TV. I think it's on Sunday nights.
It's on Sunday night, but I think we bootleg it, so we have it on Saturday afternoons.
So Sunday nights, for you that are watching it, episode 6. I'm actually looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see what will be next. I can't wait to see in what condition they're holding Tariq in, because we didn't get to see that at the end of the episode. But I'm thinking there's going to be ransom.
Yeah, of course. But the other guy's seen Kenan, so the game's going to be a bit different. The guy Joyo.
Right, they did see.
Yeah, also that also was kind of like, come on, like, you can be a bit slicker about showing up with somebody who's dead. Anyways, that's another story for another day. But
yeah. So that was our power update. So now I have a little list I've put for everyone.
Oh my God.
We're gonna start with the list I come up with, the list that is on internet, and then maybe you can give us your
Before we get to this list, this gave me hope.
So top 10 hottest men. But I'm gonna give you what I found and then who I think. And I searched like the urban industry. So number 1 is Columbus Short. I don't watch Scandal. I tried to watch it. I don't watch it, but he plays in Scandal, Harrison Wright. I seen his picture. He's okay. I don't know, but he's number 1 on that list. It's top 10.
Obviously, I have no opinion on this.
Number 2 is Michael Ealy in Think Like a Man 2 and Barbershop 2. Now, honestly, a lot of women think he's good looking, and I don't see it.
Well,
I'll
say that in all this list, it's the only guy that I don't want to bump into when I'm with a girl. All these other guys can manage him.
I don't find him that attractive, really.
It's just the weird eyes. That's just the weird eyes.
It probably is the eyes.
There's nothing else.
I think it's the eyes. I'm not into the eyes.
I have a friend that put up the what you call them things that you put in your eyes?
Eye contact?
The contacts
and the green thing. Man, when he started doing that, I was like, what is this guy doing? Oh. Then I seen the reaction around it. I'm like, whoa.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I want you to be my friend anymore, but okay.
No, and honestly, I think for the same reason I don't find him attractive is why other women find him attractive. I think women love his eyes. Yeah. I think they do. Number 3 is Boris Kodjoe. I know Boris from Real Husbands of Hollywood, Kevin Hart. Shout out to Kevin Hart. It's a really good show.
His wife is amazing. Nicole Parker's
really goodness, yes, she is.
She's very
pretty. Respect to both of them, but I have nothing to say on that.
No comment.
And then there's Morris Chestnut, another man that women find.
Ricky! Shout out to Ricky.
Oh my goodness. I think he's okay looking. I mean, he's not the greatest looking man.
It's not 1996 anymore. Give us a chance.
So Morris Chestnut is number 4. Number 5 is Gary Jordan.
Who that?
He plays in CSI. I only know him from CSI, just not the Miami, not the first CSI.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's like a forensic or cop.
Was it CSI New York?
No, CSI too cool. Like because there's a CSI New York, CSI Miami. I think they tried to do like a.
I'll have to Google it. I have no idea.
Yeah, because I have no idea.
Yeah.
But he's not. I mean, it's the same thing as I think Michael Ealy. The same thing. I don't find them at the eyes. No.
Is that the guy with the afro?
Yeah, he does have like it's like a light brown.
He always look like he's on drugs though.
Oh, that dude! Yeah.
Shout out to him, but he always See what I was telling you? This list make me have hope.
Number 6 is Omari Hardwick, who plays Ghost in Power. I totally agree. Although he should be higher on the list because he's very pretty.
I would not know.
Number 7 is Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, I find cute. Whatever.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, really?
This is not my list.
Shout out to all this midget out here.
So like short guys, are they in?
Wow, Bruno Mars is in.
I think they are. I mean, I'm not.
I'm gonna vote for short guys because I'm friends with Reggie.
Reggie's kind of short. Yeah, I think he's like 5'6".
Don't tell everybody. They don't need to know.
Oh, I told them.
It's 5'9".
Okay. Number 8 is Pharrell Williams, who on previous lists used to be higher, like number 2, number 3.
This guy looked the same. He looks old in 1998 than he looks now.
Yo, this guy does not age.
Find a picture of him in 1998.
No, man, this guy is doing something. He's doing something crazy because he's young. Yes, take care of your skin. Take care of your skin.
I want his secret.
And drink water.
Yeah, because his skin is clear, like really clear. Number 9 is Blair Underwood. You know what? Blair Underwood, I first of all don't find him that...
Why is this guy on the list?
Well, you know what? I don't find him that attractive. He's decent looking. And I saw him in the Medea movie.
Yeah, should be in this list.
I saw him in the Medea movie. It was a reunion, Medea's reunion or whatever. And his character is... Like, to me, I look at him the same, and I know he's not like that. He must not be like that in real life. But he played, like, a wife beater.
Wife beater. It could be.
And that just stayed with me. So every time I see his picture, that's what I think of. And that's very unfortunate for him. I don't find him attractive because of that. Like, it stayed with me after all these years. And this movie is kind of, I mean, it's not old, but I was in high school. So, I mean, it's been a while. And I still think of him the same.
Man, this list, I feel like it's kind of outdated. I don't really, because there's a lot of old people in here.
Well, I mean, this is, I guess, yeah, but it is, I mean, it is for this year.
All of them are, old, but it's okay.
And number 10 is Idris Elba.
Idris Elba! Represent!
Shout out to Idris.
For the dark chocolate!
Shout out to the dark chocolates.
Idris Elba, Sabrina's not here with us today, but she's obsessed with the Luther. There's a Luther series.
Yo, that
on
TV
Netflix.
show, that TV show is actually really good. Luther,
it's really good.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Too many people watched it, and I've missed the train.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it when I'm caught up with Game of Thrones, because that's what I'm trying to catch up on right now. I'll go watch Luther.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that watch it, but I never got into it.
No,
never did. But I like Idris. Shout out to
but
him.
it's not long. It's 3 seasons, 6 episodes. No, 3 episodes per season.
The thing is, I watch a couple of episodes. I just never press play on my own to just sit there and
I'm
about to get into this.
Okay.
It just hasn't happened yet.
All right, so that was the list I found online for 2017 for urban celebrities.
No Chris Brown.
No.
What happened to Chris Brown? What happened to Chris Brown?
Light Skin Magic.
No.
No Tiger?
He's good. No, not Tiger.
Oh, come on.
So
He's bouncing back. He's bouncing back.
He's good like
Your list.
went on that. So my list.
Oh my god.
My list, number one, has always been number one.
Fellas.
I used to be obsessed with them in high school.
Fellas,
I
we got
had
hope.
every single album. I knew every lyrics to every song.
Don't say that.
I bought. I used to.
I'm
I
not-
bought every
okay.
magazine that featured him on it. My mom had to confiscate everything from
I
me.
also
in high
remember
school.
every lyric because I know a bunch of T.I. lyrics.
No, I used to know
Okay.
every lyrics to every song. Today, ask me what play a T.I. song, and I probably know 2 or 3 words in the song. I don't have time for that obsession anymore.
That's good.
So my list number one is T.I. He's very beautiful. His voice is amazing.
His voice?
Yeah, I love his voice. He has a very a rough, rapper, southern voice. I love it. I love it. It's really nice. Omari Hardwick, and this is not in a particular order, except T.I. is and always will be number one. But the rest is not in an order.
Okay.
So next on my list is Omari Hardwick. Just like on the other list, I agree. He's very good looking. That's all I can say about him.
She's
He's just
having a
dreamy. The moment is over. Kofi Siriboa. I hope I'm saying that right.
That nigga's from Africa, I can tell. Shout
Well,
out to him.
And he is.
Shout out to him.
So people know him from Queen Sugar, from the TV series Queen Sugar, which I don't know if
Where's Queen Sugar?
it's basically like the Book of Negroes.
Yeah.
It's like the same concept. It's just a TV.
The Book
like a
of
different-
Negroes is a tough job.
Which I saw. It's a good. I read the book and I saw.
I read the book. I love the book. I love the story. I love
Yeah, it's
the
really
story.
good. So he plays in that movie, but he also recently there's a movie that came out called Girls Trip. He's like the man candy in Girls Trip, and he's very beautiful.
So all you ladies out there, go watch Girls Trip.
Go Google him and go watch Girls Trip. It's a good movie.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of black people in there. We need to support.
It is a black movie.
Yeah, support
that's what I'm
black
saying.
movies. We have to
What's a black
support.
movie?
We got Luke Cage that looks like he's a nigga from Congo.
Oh, I
Yo,
haven't watched that yet. I
We
should
need to
watch it.
support black content.
You ever
We
watched
need to-
Luke Cage?
No, I know it's on Netflix. I will watch it.
Yeah, watch it,
But I
watch it.
haven't.
You need to watch Luke Cage. Luke Cage is fucking.
There's so many things that I have to watch. Switching it a bit on my list is David Beckham. I have to put him in there because
Oh
he
my
is
God.
good looking.
This is not 1997 anymore.
I find him good looking. I find him super attractive.
Oh,
he has
God.
a very nice soccer butt.
Wow.
Soccer players have a nice soccer butt. Some of them. He works, he squats, he's really
I have no idea what you're saying about.
Next is Drake. Drake was always
Drake
good
made your
looking.
list?
Drake was always good looking, but he got even better, he's
What?
working out.
Drake is
he's
in the list?
Yes, he's in the list.
And
He's
Chris
very good
Brown
looking.
is not?
No, he's not.
Whoa.
Chris Brown used to be when I was in high school. I'm not into Chris Brown that much anymore.
Wow.
Music-wise, I appreciate his music, but he's not on my list.
Come on.
Maybe if I had a top 50 or something. Chris Brown
Oh
would be
my
on there.
god.
The next is French Montana. I recently developed a little crush on French Montana. I think he's good looking. I don't care what anyone else has to say.
Well, you know what? Fresh Montana, I'll give him props because he has the same name as me. So shout out to him for being called Karim. So
Yeah.
he made the list because his name is Karim.
And he also has an album that just dropped, Jungle Rules, a
Yeah.
couple days ago, which I actually think is really good. I don't know if you've listened to it.
No,
You haven't?
no.
You've heard some songs from it?
Unforgettable.
Which is a very dope song.
That's it.
I had the opportunity.
I don't like French Montana's music, but I
don't?
support the artist. I support the fact that he has no talent. Well, no talent, but it's the proof that hard work pays off when talent don't work hard. So shout out to French. He did a great job, and plus he keeps Max B alive. So ow.
Yeah, about that. Wait, I'll get back to that in a second. So his album, really good. Obviously obsessed with the song T.I. is featured on. It's called Stop. Go listen to it. Unforgettable. I had the opportunity to, obviously French Montana wasn't at the weekend concert for us, but he was for the ones in the States. But I had the opportunity to watch, to hear them perform Unforgettable.
With Sway?
Yeah, with Sway, which was pretty awesome. I loved it. It was a great experience. And Max B is, so I'm not really into this who's in jail type thing, but he was in jail for life, supposed.
Max B is the reason why French Montana has a career today.
Oh, really?
It's basically his mentor, if you want to call him like that.
Okay.
Because French Montana initially, for most people don't know this, he used to be a video guy. He used to be doing cocaine music or not cocaine music, but cocaine DVDs, cocaine something.
Okay.
Anyway, so he'll be doing videos with most of these rappers, and Max B is like a hood hero. Like he's like Future before Future. Like he's one of those guys where the music is so wavy, like you gotta know about the wave. So Max B, Max B is Max B. So Max B kind of put him under the, mentored him and showed him to the world that this guy could make music. And eventually, French became what he became. But Max B was signed to Jim Jones.
Oh.
He's one of the writers of the song Ballin'. You know the song Ballin'?
Yeah. In high school, that was hype.
Yeah, it's one of the he wrote on that song. So he had some issues with Jim Jones. Then he got caught up with crime. A nigga from Harlem caught up with crime. What a surprise! He was caught up in crime. I'm not going to get into that stuff. But yeah, it's sentenced to 77 years in jail. But there's hope that he might come out. And knowing that French has him on his album and also in the future, there's hope that he's coming out in the next 2 years. So, as a Max B fan, I would love to see him come out. And as a Max B fan, that's why I actually support French. Okay. And also his name Karim. He's born in November. He's African, so that's like me. So shout out to him.
Oh, that's hilarious. Fresh Montana, you have Karim's support. And then Zayn Malik. Zayn Malik, for those of you watching who don't know who he is, you know the group One Direction?
No.
Oh no.
So he's the.
You know the group
I forget where he's from.
I know of them. Like the number. They were the number one pop.
Yeah. Like little girls were obsessed with. Oh, this was like not last year, 2 years ago ish, 2 summers ago.
That's after Justin Bieber.
It was the same time. It was the same time.
Around the same time.
But there was the solo act, and eventually there was like a boy band. There was like regeneration of the boy band. No, kinda.
Okay.
But they don't dance.
Well, anyways, I don't care. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just explaining to you. There was like a big thing with boy bands.
I never heard the name, so I thought, because I like the name Malik. But anyways.
Yeah. So he used to be. I don't remember where he's from, but he's like the Arab-looking one. Very, very. He's half like Caucasian, half wherever his parent was from.
I see a pattern in your list. A lot of light skinned niggas.
Yeah, man. What happened to the dark chocolate?
Kofi
You got David Beckham.
You have one.
You got Drake, David Beckham. I'm just naming. There's T.I.
Usher. Usher is not that light. Usher's kind of dark.
We don't want to talk about Usher right now. Usher has some issues right now. I'm not going to get into that.
Let's not talk about Usher.
Usher got some burning issues.
He still made my list. After Zayn Malik is J. Cole. J. Cole, his voice is beautiful. He's just, he needs to cut. I don't know if he cut his hair yet. But
no, he hasn't cut his hair. Man,
no, he needs to cut the hair, but he's pretty.
Keep them locks.
Keep them locks, yo.
And keep folding clothes.
P. Diddy, I've always found cute. P. Diddy, businessman.
This is not 1999.
No. P. Diddy has always been on my list. He's very good looking. And Usher, I knew people would have something to say about. Given his situation, I don't care. He's still beautiful to look at. I saw him when he came to Montreal.
Wow.
Loved his performance.
We should go on YouTube and watch the video of "I Need a Girl."
Yeah.
That's all I keep. When I see PDD and Usher, the song start playing in my head automatically.
Okay, so we're gonna take a brief pause, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Oops. Did you?
That is your guest.
You are?
This is your guest.
JD?
Yes, this is
You're
your guest.
with Ocean. You know him?
This is your guest.
You know him?
Oh my god.
You know him?
Who's this?
Our producer. Wait. Our producer. Oh, I was like, what? I'm sorry.
What's going on, bro?
It seemed funny for 30 seconds.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Oh, it's your man freaking out. I'm like, oh no, like you're talking to our guest. To our guest comes out. Wait, is he our guest?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, wait, what? Okay, did you get a phone call? Or
From him, yeah.
Okay, c'était pas.
Hey, where's the
Jeez, where are they?
The other thing. Take a quick step.
I don't understand what these people are.
Living, where you going? Oh, you guarding today? Yeah. Yo, you made me come here. You made me come all the way here. I'm staying. So you gotta. And we're cooking today. We're cooking. Who's cooking?
Sunil.
Oh yeah, the Indian guy. Yeah. Cool. Yo, I'll be done in about an hour. You gonna be around?
Yeah, I'm inside. Who is he?
Oh yeah, you recording.
Alright, take it easy.
Bye. Sorry for my confusion. I'm like.
guys talk about Kyrie Irving too.
Oh,
Yeah, we definitely will talk about
Yeah.
Kyrie. I'll be the only one talking about Kyrie. There's an interesting dichotomy with Kyrie Irving, but we don't want to talk about that.
Bon, okay, I'm
Which?
we're gonna go back.
Oh,
I thought it was.
okay. Like what? Before you go, what is it?
It's because you watch soccer?
Yes, I do.
You see Neymar wants to leave.
Yeah, he wants to leave to go apparently PSG.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same type of situation. But it's funny on the Kyrie thing, I support Kyrie, and in the Neymar thing, I want him to stay. But that's because I'm a Barca fan.
Yeah, you're a Barca fan, of course. You want him to stay, but they haven't done. They've done stuff, but lately they haven't won all the big tournaments though.
Last year only, relax. That's only last year I won good.
Alright. Next time.
You guys let Real Madrid win back-to-back Champions League.
They did it.
I'm just saying, like you guys. But you guys were more talented than.
Yeah, well, it's just, sometimes the cycle of winning, we get tired.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, so we'll keep going.
So.
We'll Alright, and we're back. Before I go.
Can I have a list too? Like, not for men, of course, like women.
I'm gonna get to that.
It's
1
up in my
second.
head.
Reggie Cash was listening from Toronto, and he heard my comment on his height, and he says he's 5'8", and with Tim's he's 5'10".
I said it. Isn't that what I said?
Okay, I see. You doing your thing, Reggie.
Trying to defend himself, so funny.
Shout out to Reggie.
That's what they do with NBA players, and make them higher and taller than what they are.
It's hilarious. So that was my list. Now we could always do a women's list. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really speak to that.
I mean, it's just like this list. They're so like, how can I say this? Everybody has their own opinion, of course, but it's like, what do we base ourselves to say these things? Like, because some of these guys could be terrible guys. Like, yeah, Tia on the top of the list. Come on, what's the name of the other girl that is? Yeah, I mean, Tia on top of the list, but he pays for threesomes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the situation for Black China.
Well, that's a rumor.
Guys,
that was a rumor.
That wasn't
But,
real.
I mean, I'm not trying to judge anybody for whatever they say, but if I have to, top 10 of women is tough, but I would say 3 names that I find hard to compete with as far as what they represent. I'll say Rihanna.
Okay, I agree. Rihanna.
Because she's tall. That's one thing. She's tall. She has a lot of charisma. A lot of charm. I think she can, I think she has a lot of charisma. I never met her, but she reminds me of Uma Thurman.
Oh,
in a black version.
Okay.
So I watched Kill Bill. So yeah, that's one thing. I would say all these but goodies. Sana Layton.
Oh, Sana Layton. Yeah.
What does she play in?
She's in Best Man.
Oh, okay.
She's actually the man, the guy. What's his name? The guy that wrote the book. She's her girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. Sana Layton. Unless Regina Hall is the other one. I like Regina Hall because she's mad funny. But Sana Layton's man. I think my wife's gonna look like her. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's that. That's the 2. I don't have any other names. Like I would say everybody more names. I'll say Aaliyah because she's just so pretty.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, Aaliyah was. She was gorgeous. Funny thing, I still have a poster of her in my room. You
still have a poster?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a poster. I think that's outdated.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know one thing about Aaliyah that I love a lot, it's not just the look, but her style, because she never was the one wearing tight clothes or she was wearing baggy jeans and all this stuff.
Yeah, she was more like, it's like being almost like tomboy without being tomboy.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a tomboy, because the tomboy wants to be like a man.
No, that's why.
But she has the style, and she was showing the boxers. Yeah. But yeah, that was like the big thing in the night. Yo, she
did it well.
Yeah, she did that wave in the night. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Not to say style comes back. That's a style I'm hoping to see back. I see a glimpse of it here and there.
Some girls do it.
Who's doing it right now?
I think it's
not one really. I mean, in Ottawa, there are some girls, but it's like one day they wake up, they feel like doing it.
I know this girl. She used to go to Ottawa U. She's lab. I'm not gonna blow her name up on Facebook like now, but she used to kill it.
Oh really?
Yeah, she used to kill it. I literally spoke to her because of the way she dressed.
Oh, wow.
And there's another thing also. I don't know if this is what we're talking about, but there's another thing I've noticed as of recently. I thought that I used to think. I mean, Lil Wayne's song. I wish I can every girl in the world.
Yeah.
At one point, as a man, I thought I was attracted to every woman in the world, but then I realized that it's not the case. The case is there's some outfits that I really like on girls. Like when they wear those things, it looks so good that the girl looks 10 times better than what she might be on a normal day. So,
I used to be like that, but I have a thing with Tim's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. It doesn't matter what your outfit is like, but I have this thing with Tim's. If you wear Tim's, you're good in my book. You're like.
Yo, but Tim's
And my man doesn't wear Tim's, and I'm gonna try to make him.
Your Tim's is the all-time classic, like boot, especially.
You gotta have the wheat one too.
Yeah, the wheat ones.
The black one doesn't count. The other colors don't count. You gotta have
the wheat ones, yo. Those are the classic ones to have, and they go with everything, yo.
That's the one. You have that, you're winning. But yeah,
the wheat one is that the yellow.
Yeah.
The yellow.
The original classic.
I like the gray. I like the black.
Yeah. I get that, but it's like Air Force. You gotta have a white pair, all white.
I see.
Like,
you do, yeah.
What do you wanna do? You wanna put some colors Air Force? Who cares? Like bring the all white one,
or all white or
all black, and that's it. You kill the game.
Like if you're a sneaker dude, you need to have at least in your collection. You have to have at least a pair of Air Force, all white or all-black, with some Timbs. Like that collection needs to have one of those.
I agree with the Timbs.
I would say Air Max 90s, but
those two.
My personal favorite.
Me
you
too.
Gotta have a pair of Air Maxes.
The 95. Means
95. One of the two. You don't go wrong. You gotta have one of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah.
So for those wondering who the other voice is at the back, who's interacting with us from time to time, it's Tino. It's my cousin helping us out. Sabrina's at work, so she can't hold the phone for us.
That's a Mexican brother.
But so Karim gave us, the two women, But who are you coming up with? Who do you think is your top, like,
my
try
top
to give us
two?
three.
My top three? It was Alicia Keys. I remember I was mad in love with her first two albums. That was like,
I know what you're saying.
That was my girl, man. Alicia Keys was like my girlfriend from, even though I don't know her, but those two albums made me fall in love with her.
The thing about it, I would have named her too, but she's kind of married.
I know, but like those two albums,
you can still find someone married good looking.
Yeah, but that's kind of foul.
I know, but
her two first albums, that was before Sweets Beat. Like her two first albums, that was my girlfriend. That was Alicia Keys, of course Beyonce. Respect the Queen Bee.
She's beautiful. She's not ugly.
No, I'm not.
But she's not, like, to me, the most beautifulest woman out there. I don't even know who that is, but to me, it's
Kelly Rowland.
Yes. She's pretty.
And Kelly.
Just have to say.
Gotta represent for the dark chocolate, yo. Yeah. Kelly Rowland. Gotta represent for her.
That's another prototype of wifey.
Yes. Yeah, she's hot.
Is there a third one?
Third one. I think that was Kelly. Kelly was the third one.
She was the third one?
Yeah.
Okay. Another person I just seen her like 2 or 3 times, but I can't think she's very attractive. The girl from Orange and Black or Black Orange, that's Kapolenko or whatever.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
She looks different. She just looks different. I don't even know if she's black or whatever she is, but she's very different.
There's another girl, you know the movie Ride Along?
Yeah,
the one that
black chick. Yeah, that's dating
Kevin Hart's girl.
Yes, her.
Yeah, she's very good.
She's really
I didn't want to talk about her like that, but she's very good looking.
She's really good looking. I'm in love with her, man.
There's another woman that I secretly hope to meet and probably marry. She's in that show. I don't know if you guys watched that show on Netflix, The Get Down.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but apparently it's really good.
The show is very cool.
Wow.
The girl in it, her name is Guardiola, I think. Her last name Guardiola. For Barca fans, it's emotional as well. But her last name is Guardiola. I think something. I forgot her first name. Man, it's like Aaliyah came back to life.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Man, it's like Aaliyah came back to life, man. I'm telling you. I'm secretly hoping that one day I can meet her.
Oh, yeah.
I have an interview with her on Power Circle.
We'll try. We'll try our hardest. Sabrina, you have work to do. So that was, the top 10 hottest men for me, top 2-3 women for Karim and Tino.
See how she took 10 men and only took 3 women?
That's all you guys can come up with.
Yeah, it was up the top.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But really, number 1 for me is my man's, obviously. Shout out to him. Now, Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. I said that I would do an update every episode, but honestly, like, it's the same thing. It's repetitive. Every week they have interviews, and the same things are mentioned in the interviews. But they were interviewed this week by the Breakfast Club. And again, to me, it was the same. It's the same topics, the same questions. One thing I do want to mention is that they're supposed to be premiering in the fall. We still don't know who's going to pick them up. I think the different, I don't know what you call them, not the channels, but the
Networks.
The networks. I think they're kind of iffy about picking up the show just because I think it's like it's a bomb being dropped. I think it really is a bomb being dropped. You don't know what kind of bomb that is going to be dropped on the show.
Oh, I mean, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it, but I think that the reason why we still don't know who's going to pick it up, it could be because it's still quite early, you know, we're still in
they're just
July.
probably negotiating the best bag, the best money they can get.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, that's
it could
true.
Be
Yeah.
that too.
Like you gotta raise the bar up. The more because it's something that people are interested to see, right?
Yeah.
So they probably, if I'm them, I'm gonna wait a week or two, see how people respond to the Breakfast Club interview, because we know the Breakfast Club is basically like, you know, top of the line.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you get attention there, people are gonna pay attention to you. So I think they're just trying to figure out the best way to get the most money out of this before they actually get started. That's what I think.
Okay.
I'm also pretty. I was happy to see all those girls because I lived in Charlotte for 2 years.
Did you?
I did live in Charlotte for 2 years.
Wow, how was that?
That was random. No, it was a random situation, but I love Charlotte. You know, it's Mecklenburg High School. You know, we out here. You know, I'm telling you, it's Mech. That's where we are. You know, so seeing those girls, I was hoping that maybe I knew one of them, but unfortunately,
You
I
don't.
didn't, so
No.
it's cool. It's
No.
cool now. It's better that way.
So yeah, it was basically the same questions. You know, they're still super adamant that they're not breaking any marriages. You know, they have perks that comes with it. You know, someone's getting their mortgage paid.
That's the thing I didn't appreciate though. I felt like it's okay. Well, I don't care what you do if you want to be the second woman to a man or whatever it is. You know, I'm African and also Muslim, so polygamy is all good in my book. So like, I understand that part, but it's more or less like, what do you want a man to be paying? Like, you don't, like, the fact that they really look out for somebody to pay for them their bills and to do all this when women are always climbing about the independence. I didn't really like that. But then again,
But it's easy money for them. That's the thing. They look at it as easy
what's
money.
the difference between? That's like being a hoe. I'm sorry.
Basically, and that was one of the criticisms that they got. You know, that people are giving. You know, that's their image. You know, that they're, you know, whatever. And they're defending themselves by saying, no, they're not like bad women. They just, you know, it's not their problem that a married woman's man is willing to take care of them. That's their problem. It means that their marriage is not working out and that their man is finding what they need with them.
But it's a selfish thing because
It is, I agree.
If you think about it, like the man has a family, has
Has
some
kids.
private kids to take care of. So you
Yeah.
want him to walk away from the responsibility that he has on his kids and pay for your nonsense, for
They
your
don't care.
makeup and nails and all that stuff.
They don't
It
care.
don't work like that. If
They
that's
don't
if
care.
you really want, go find a man that has no responsibility. He'll take care of that for you. And if you claim independence, well, pay for yourself.
Yeah, totally. I agree. I don't agree with what they're doing. I'm just excited to see what's gonna come out of the show. Honestly, I just want to see if there's anyone that you know, us watching, we know, like, is there gonna be like an
There's
artist?
a
Is there
basketball
an
player.
artist?
There's one or two.
Oh,
three,
there's
Yeah.
four basketball players.
at least
Like,
yeah.
there's definitely NBA player in there.
Couple football players
Yeah,
too.
football players. Yeah, there's a team in Charlotte. Definitely
Yeah.
football players and basketball players. Guarantee. Everything else, I don't know.
They're saying they're not gonna, like, they're saying us, the viewers, we're not gonna see or we're not gonna name any names. But what really is this show, Real Side Chicks of Charlotte, or Real Side Chicks of anything, without the public knowing? Like,
Yeah.
We're gonna know.
We're gonna know. So
We're gonna know. That's okay.
we're gonna know. And there's going to be a Real Side Chicks of Miami, and that is going to be a very good season
It's already this real side chick
of Miami. I cannot wait.
That's
to
gonna be
see.
crazy.
I cannot wait to see.
Of Miami.
Shout out to Dwayne Wade,
It's gonna
Chris
be
Bosh,
hot.
LeBron James,
It's gonna be really hot.
all these guys.
I cannot wait for that. I'm more excited for the Miami than the Charlotte, but the Charlotte is because it's the first one.
Hey
It's
man,
the first,
Charlotte
you know,
is the place to
try.
be, man. I ain't getting 7-4 out here, man. Shout out to Charlotte, man. North Carolina, we here. Shout to Ill, you know. We don't forget.
And then another question that we're wondering that we want to talk about is when was the time you knew your ex wasn't the one anymore?
When was the time you realized it wasn't the one?
So
How many times did this happen to you that it wasn't the one? First of all,
no, like one.
just once.
Yeah, like the other ones it just didn't work
Do we
out.
have to
Like
multiply by 3 or no?
no.
Okay.
It's before this relationship. I wasn't official with this guy, but we had. So 2 years ago, I saw him, but a year before that, like we were together for almost a year, and then we kind of broke off for 6 months, and then got back together for another 6 months.
Okay.
This guy lives in the west end of Ottawa. I live in the east end of Ottawa, and the commute doesn't really bother me. It's just that I would have to commute all the time out to Barrhaven, and he was never willing to commute out to Orleans.
Barrhaven.
And then we started talking, about like the future, people just talk, and he was just saying how he wants to live further than Stittsville. Like that's really far. Stittsville, Barrhaven is far. Stittsville, you can't, like further.
Okay.
A Carp.
Carp?
Carp.
My nigga.
It was Carp he wanted to move out. And I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with Carp because it's far, and I wanted someone. I want someone to want to be able to meet me in the middle. A relationship to me is like you're wanting to meet in the middle, and he wasn't willing to. Like if I wasn't moving out to Carp with him when the time would be right, basically there's no relationship. So he wasn't the one. I was like, well, if you're not willing to meet me in the middle, you're not. It's not it.
It's a pretty interesting situation that short of a distance could be. Was there something else?
No, it was literally, to me, it's a turn off. If you're not, like, think about it. If we actually made it that far, at the end of the day, like, I would have to move all the way to Carp. And I'm thinking about my family that lives in Orleans. Like, I'm gonna need that support at one point. Like,
it's not that far. Like,
no, it's far. It's far. Like, if you're driving from Orleans to Carp, it's far.
Yeah, it's like almost.
So I'm thinking about like my mom driving up there to help me. One day when I have a baby, she's not gonna drive all the way out there. My sister's not gonna drive all the way out there.
You're going a little too far there. Maybe in Kenville.
Oh God.
Carp.
Anyways, so guys, we're gonna take one last break. We're going to get our last guest for our show today, so we'll be back in a few minutes.
That carp is kind of far.
Yo, it is far. Oh my god, like it's past this.
Hello, crew.
What's going on, man? Tino. Tino, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, fam.
You guys know rappers?
Is it the magic sound? That sounds like, is it because of the magic sound?
Yeah,
is that right? Oh, you guys drove?
You guys drove?
I drove halfway and blessed. I wasn't going to drive out. No. I usually park, but today I'm like, I'm not about to.
Yeah, no, I didn't go downtown during the day yesterday, so I didn't know how it went.
It's pretty bad since Thursday.
Yeah.
So, which one of you are going to be, or are you all going to, because the camera faces here, so we could probably fit one more person. Who's Sebastian? Who's Christian?
I'm Christian, he's Sebastian.
Sebastian, okay. Sebastian, Cassandra. Christian, what's your name? Nathan. Tony, nice to meet you. Nice eyes. Those your eyes or contact?
No, those are contact.
You guys are rapper names.
Nice eyes.
We're just talking about that.
We were just talking about that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, so did you guys have a chance to look at the questions?
Yeah.
You did your paper?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to take them in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the middle.
Okay, I'm gonna be middle. Okay, yeah. Okay,
and then we can try, like, if we can try to, like, move the chairs towards here.
Towards the line.
For more light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to put this here. Any of these questions? Here. Okay, so one of you two on each side.
Oh, your card.
Yeah, here. Okay, and you can don't be shy. This is the one. It's fine. And then while we're talking, you guys aren't in the thing, but if you want to chime in, you can. You don't have to be mute. Okay? So whenever you're ready, and tell me if it's good.
Just make sure you project your voice, guys.
Yeah, make sure if you guys are gonna talk, make sure you talk loud. Are we good? It's good? Okay. So we're back. We have the team, the whole team, I think, from Ocean Beats Records in Ottawa. I have Sebastian and Christian. And so obviously we at Power Circle, we have an idea of who you are, but the idea is to introduce you to our viewers. So tell us about who you are, what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Christian. I'm CEO of Ocean Beats Records. I just have a regular job in Ottawa for now. I'm just working on the music, trying to get it out there. So yeah, that's basically what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Sebastian. Basically, I do the same thing as he does. I have a job right now. What we do is we just manage our local rappers, our friends and producers and beat makers, and we sell the beats online and we promote the music and try to get it out there to the public, basically.
Okay. And so does everyone, like, so you all have different, like, I guess I could say positions or responsibilities within Ocean Beats?
Yeah, so right now, like, we're managing Ocean Beats, so basically we're trying to get any gigs we can as much as possible for any of our artists. We're managing online, we're trying to sell online as well. After that, our producers are mainly just producing any beats that they need to make to sell, and then our rappers are just rapping, and after that bring it to us, and then we just, like, with the circle, we just promote each other.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And who came up with the idea of creating this?
It was his idea at first.
And it was actually my idea. First of all, Seb had an idea of making an umbrella for Ottawa where, like, kind of everything can happen in terms of, like, music, clothes, all that stuff. So then we were just like, that was the main idea of it. And then the record label came about from just basically that. We realized our passion was music, and that's what we really wanted to do and we wanted to work on. So we started experimenting with beats. We had a few friends that were producing and making beats, so we started doing that. And then I didn't know anything about IT, but I'm like, a website would be a good platform to have all that. So I started learning myself how to make the website. Now we have it up.
Yeah.
And just, basically, that's where music came from. It's just our passion, and that's what we love to do. So we're gonna do it. Pretty much it.
That's funny. My work setting, if I listened to your stuff at work in my office. I was using my boss's office because, you know, my computer had a problem, whatever. I had to use a computer. And I work in policy, so you can just imagine the setting. And then you hear me listening to the beats on the website. People were running into the office being like, what are you listening? Like, you know, like, I work in policy, so I don't know if you can imagine what the setting is like. Yeah. But, you know, the music was loud. It was really good. So kudos to you guys for that. Now, how did you guys come up with the name? Like, where did you get Ocean Beats Record from?
That's a story for you to tell.
That story. Basically, it was kind of out of the blues, but at the same time not. Because I was talking to my sister about it, and I'm like, if I were to do a record label, like, what would it be called? And then she was like, I don't know, and we were just basically discussing it, and she's like, something wavy. And then just off that, and I'm like, that's a term that's kind of popular around now. People are saying everything's wavy, this is wavy, this is wavy. And then I'm like, okay, well, we'll look at, like, ocean, something ocean water related. I also grew up in Haiti, and I was always near the water, and, like, water's always been, like, around, so I just said, you know what, Ocean Beats Records, and that was the name, came off that. A wavy name.
Okay, yeah. Just your side comment. I keep staring at your hairline. It's really nice.
Thank you.
On point.
Thank you.
And so the whole process of the execution of Ocean Beats Records, like, how did that come about? Like, the execution of it.
The execution, basically got motivated from different things. Just I was working, going to school, I was studying in biotechnology, and I was able to do that and realize that that wasn't what I was passionate about, and I was still able to do it well. So in my head, I'm like, why can't I do what I'm passionate about, what drives me, what motivates me? So from there, I'm like, right at the beginning, I'm like, okay, let's start a website. So then I went on YouTube, called a few people I knew that were in IT, things like that, and just started having ideas to design the website. It just off passion, I just kept going, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
It's day by day,
Day
but
by
we
day.
understand it's a slow process.
It is. Stuff like that is always a slow, and it's always you're always learning, and there's always something new. Kind of like what we're doing here. We're still trying to figure out ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this setup is temporary, but it's working for us right now. So it's still, you know, it's baby steps. And so Ocean Beats Records is located in Ottawa, and so from my understanding, it's accessible countrywide.
Yes.
Right. So is there like a platform for people outside of Canada? Like people outside of Canada can purchase beats?
For the beats part of it, right now, yes, it's international. Like anyone,
Okay.
it's a website like anyone else. It has, even on the beat stores, there's different currencies. So whatever your currency is, and it gets taxed differently. We're looking more into that stuff to see if we could expand. But in North America, no problem. If you're in New York and anywhere in the States, you could just go on the website, listen to the beat, purchase it. It's
Good. Okay. And then so you do have, or you have artists, right?
Yeah.
Talk to us about some of the artists that you're working with.
So we have a few. We have Nabar. He's actually sitting right there. That's Nabar.
Okay.
J King, Cass. We have another artist, Prince Payne. He's also working with us closely. He's from Atlanta. These guys are from Ottawa. They make music out here.
Okay.
So those are the artists we're basically working with and trying to push their music. We know they're talented, so we know it's gonna happen. It just takes time, but yeah.
Okay. And so if we gave yourselves, let's say 5 years from now, is there anyone in particular you're kind of aiming to work with, or where do you see yourself in 5 years as Ocean Beats Records?
In 5 years, I want to say we could be working with the artists that are like not too big right now. For example, like artists like, for example, A Boogie would like to work with, or like artists like Tory Lanez, who's often not in Canada, would like to work with, or any other like those local. Like they're not really local, but like I don't know if you know what I mean. Like it's not like a Drake or like you know, like it's just they're under there, but like they're climbing at the same time. So we'd like to work with those people, or other artists in Ottawa too. Who I know Ottawa has a lot of talents to offer. It's just we're not really. This is a government city, right? So we're not really like knowing all the artists who are actually out there. But there's actually a lot of artists who are actually really good here in Ottawa. We're just local.
Yeah.
So we'd like to work with them too.
Okay. All right. So just quickly, we're gonna show who else is here, just so you guys don't feel left out. On our couch, tell us who you are, what you do.
Nabar, I'm an artist. I just started rapping back in February, and I enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh, I'm Tony. I'm a dancer. I dance, and I do a little bit of singing.
And you guys can't see, I know you want people to see, but he has really nice eyes right now. So this was the interview with Ocean Beats Records. Thank you so much for making it. Guys, this man is outside.
There's no freestyle? You got bars?
Not yet.
The man is outside right now, but they still made it. We appreciate it. So check them out on Facebook and Instagram. I think it's the same, right?
Yes.
Ocean Beats Records. Check them out. Really cool stuff. Thank you so much for coming by. So this is the Power Circle for today, guys. This is the idea, is to showcase Ottawa talent, the power around Ottawa when it comes to talent, artists. Whatever it is that's talented in Ottawa, we want to showcase. There's nothing like that in Ottawa, and we want to be the ones to do it. So thank you for watching. And if you don't know about it, there's a cookout at Moniz Bay. My friend Vlad is hosting it, so drop by if you can.
There's what?
There's a cookout.
A cookout?
Yeah. The food is free.
What?
I'm there.
Come get your ribs there.
See you guys next Saturday, guys. Thank you.